Did you know, as of June 2025, over 600 million auctions have been tracked on the Skyblock auction house? That's almost as much as your mum weighs. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're having a smashing day. Today, I'm going to explain to you why you're still poor in Skyblock and how to fix it. Hope you guys enjoy. Last little thing before we start, if you guys could smash that subscribe button and the like button alongside it, that would be fantastic. I will be doing a giveaway at 100 subs, so make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss that. Also, comment your IGN because I will be doing island reviews soon. So if you have a really sick island and you want me to see it, comment your IGN down below so that I can go and review them and maybe you'll be in my next video. But yeah, thank you guys. Remember to subscribe and hope you enjoy this one. For the first reason why you guys are still poor in Skyblock is you're not sticking with a money making method. So there are like loads of money making methods in Skyblock. There's mining, there's farming, there's dungeons, fishing. You could go with niche things like as slayers, you know, almost anything in this game makes money. However, if you're consistently switching and selling your gear, you know, so you see Aatrox's mare and you're like, let me do slayers, so you buy a slayer gear. Then you see Paul or something is a mayor, so you're like, okay, let me just do some dungeons. And then you see Cole is mayor and you're like, okay, let me sell my dungeon gear and buy mining gear. Every single time you sell gear, you lose money. Also, it doesn't keep you doing consistently one thing, so you don't get better at one thing. You're like a jack of all trades and master of none. In which case, in Skyblock, that kind of sucks, because it means you never expand how much money you can make from a single method, keeping you poor, basically. The second thing that I would say is that you're spending before you invest your money. Now, this thing is like not spending on, say you're going to do dungeons, not spending on like a better Terminator or things. I mean spending on things that aren't necessary or spending on things that aren't in your next line of progression. So say you're doing mining, you need mining gear. So there's no point you going out and buying a Fatal Tempo Terminator. The way that you get loads of coins quickly in Skyblock is basically by like being a one trick. So like if you're playing any other game that you might know, like Marvel Rivals or something like that, being a one trick is terrible, but in this game it's pretty much the route you want to go down. Next up, we have the fact that you guys aren't investing and flipping. Now, investing and flipping are probably some of the best ways you can make money in this game, especially quickly. This can be like lowballing or bazaar flipping, auction house flipping, or investing. And you're like, oh, I'm just not good at it. That's not the reason. You just get it from practice. The amount of times I failed investments and lost loads of coins and then be like, oh, shame, I'm never going to do that again, is really valuable. Also, it allows you to make the most amount of money with the least amount of effort. I'll put a card up in the top. If you go watch my how to prepare for the foraging update, one of the biggest aspects of it is investing in the right items. Because when the update comes out, you will be in a strong position to make the most amount of money and be able to not expose but benefit off the items you have because you invested. So stop being a scared little baby and learn. I will be releasing a flipping guide in probably the next week or so, so just keep posted for that. But there are plenty of guides on YouTube, so just Google Hypixel Bazzar flipping, Hypixel auction house flipping, anything like that. You know, and investing is more of a niche thing that you kind of have to use your brain for. So the longer you've been playing, the easier it is. But, you know, just use your brain, basically. The next thing is that your minions aren't being utilized properly. Now, I spoke in the foraging video, I think, and my how to get better every day at Skyblock video about minions. Because minions are probably one of the most overlooked and powerful utilities in Skyblock. For pretty much anything. So like I went recently from level 45 to almost level 50 in fishing just from my minions alone. Granted, I did use that on Derpy. However, when used properly, minions can make you loads of money. I'm sure a lot of older players and more experienced players will know about slime minions. Or if you're really old, you'll know about the original ghast minion meta. But minions can make you loads of coins. And if they don't make you loads of coins, they can boost your progression in skills by a fair amount, like combat and mining and fishing, just for those three, because they're what they're mostly used for. You can use farming as well, I guess. But minions are fantastic for unlocking collections, gaining lots of coins with literally no effort, and basically they're like green energy if anyone actually believed in global warming. Essentially, they're like a wind turbine. You spend loads of money setting them up, leave them running, and collect your goods and rewards over time with no effort. This is dependent on the minion setup you get. For the general gist of minions, they are super useful, and minions are probably one of the areas you're overlooking. So sort your minions out. If you need questions, leave them in the comments below. I will answer all of them. Next up, we have setting goals that have a progression chain. Now, this might sound confusing to those of you who don't understand big words, but basically what this means is if you're doing Enderman Slayer, you want to do Enderman Slayer for a reason, not just to go off and, whatever. You want to do something so it leads you to getting to a method that will make you lots of money. So you might be doing Enderman Slayer to get a Juju Shortbow. Then you go into dungeons. And then you get Enderman Slayer 7 to get a Terminator. So you can go into Master Mode and do Master Mode Floor 4. So everything in Skyblock has a progression chain as long as you angle it right. But you need to be making sure that you have a progression chain with goals in mind. So you go from each goal to each goal, and each goal pushes you up to the next level, essentially, on a pyramid, if you want to visualize it like that. Each goal pushes you up to your next level, essentially, where you can get to your next goal, and then, the top of the pyramid is you basically making coins. One of the most overlooked things in Skyblock that I see players do is underutilizing the community resources available. Skyblock has one of the best communities I think I've ever seen, with the most in-depth guides and things on a lot of things, and the Skyblock community, especially on Discord, I actually have never seen grass. I mean, sorry. I mean, they're really helpful is what I meant to say. Sorry, Skyblock Z. But I'll leave all the links for as many Discords as I can in the description, but probably just the main ones. Go in there and ask questions. If you want, ask me questions in the comments. We're all here to help each other, but utilizing the Skyblock community is such a useful thing. Branching off from that, use the tools that have been created for Skyblock. So I'm talking about mods. I'm talking about things like Kofflenet, AH Tracker, Bazzar Tracker, Bazzar Meta, everything that is at your disposal to allow you to adjust what you need to be doing to fix a better thing. Discord bots. The amount of times I put into Discord bots /missing /accessories /forge profit just so I can figure out, oh, okay, that's good, or /bits. There's things for almost anything you need in Skyblock, not even to min-max, just to understand what's good to do in the game. Need I say about YouTube, I'll be uploading loads. There are millions and hundreds of thousands of videos out there on guides, on what to do, on how to make money. So your takeaway from this should be to use the resources available to you. Now, I know this is going to be a quick fire list, so I'll give you a bonus one. One of the most important things, I think, is actually just your mentality. A lot of Skyblock players think, oh, if I grind out 12 hours today, I'm good. But actually, you don't have to grind out 12 hours a day or 12 hours today to get that done. If you just do 2 hours every day or an hour every day. In my How to Get Better Every Day at Skyblock video, which I'll card up in the top, one of the things I say is just do one little grind every single day. Consistency is key with Skyblock. If you don't play for 2 months, it's worse than you playing 3 days straight, which is also really unhealthy. Consistency is key, not only with Skyblock, but with life. But obviously, I'm a Skyblock YouTuber, so giving life advice is probably hypocritical from me. Anyway, consistency is key. Consistency over quantity is key. You don't want to burn yourself out, because if you log in every single day, it's more effective than you logging in once every 3 months and playing for a week straight and then just logging off and not coming back on. So your mentality has to be consistency is key. And also just, this ties in with the goals. Just keep your goals in mind and just make sure that your goals are realistic. And remember, Skyblock is just pixels. It does not control your life. So it's not the end of the world if you only have 1 million coins. It's not the end of the world if you need 1 billion coins. It is just a video game. Chill out. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to smash that subscribe button with notifications to remember when I upload. Thumbs up the video, and I will be doing a giveaway at 100 subs, so keep your eyes peeled. But I hope you guys have a smashing rest of your day, and peace out.